threat recognition and threat indicators. In this lesson, we will discuss types of workplace violence and you will learn how to recognize indicators of threatening behavior. Click Start to begin. At the end of this lesson, you will be able to identify workplace violence triggers with escalating threats, and determine how to recognize a threat. Let's get started. Click the right arrow to continue. A better informed workforce is a safer workforce. You should understand your work environment so that you can aid in the prevention of workplace violence. The sooner acts of intimidation or threats of violence are addressed, the sooner there is a zero-tolerance policy that covers threats and violent behavior that is direct, indirect, implied, or a person, occurring in the workplace or in connection with the conduct of company business without regard to location. It is important that you understand your duties and responsibilities with respect to this zero-tolerance. There are 4 common classifications of violence which can occur in the workplace. Drag and drop the tiles to the correct classification of workplace violence by matching the colored boxes. Stranger, violent acts by criminals who have no other connection with the workplace. Customer, violence directed at employees by customers. Employee, violence against co-workers, supervisors. Personal, violence committed in the workplace by someone who doesn't work there. When discussing a potential Type 2 or Type 3 workplace violence threat, no profile or litmus test exists to indicate whether a customer or an employee might become violent. Instead, it is important for employers and employees and risk factors associated with potential violence include personality conflicts between customer and worker, between co-workers, or between worker and supervisor. A mishandled termination or other disciplinary action. Bringing weapons onto a work site. Drug or alcohol. Let's take a look at other problematic behaviors that may indicate potential threats. Move the slider to the right to learn more. Increasing belligerence. Hypersensitivity to criticism. Recent acquisition or fascination with weapons. Ominous, specific threats due to customer or employee grievance. Apparent obsession by a customer or coworker to an employee. Additional threat indicators include preoccupation with violent themes, interest in recently publicized violent event. The U.S. Secret Service has identified several principles to understanding threatening behavior. Targeted violence is the end result of an Let's take a look at what threatening behavior actually is. Use the search engine to look for the definition of threatening behavior. Type the keyword threatening behavior in the search box and click the search button to submit. Threatening behavior includes threats to cause bodily harm or death to another person, including stalking, bullying, or other abusive or aggressive behavior. Threats to commit sabotage, destroy, damage, or deface real or personal property located at the workplace. Let's explore precursors to threatening behavior. Precursors can be of a verbal, nonverbal, or physical nature. Click on each icon to learn more. Select the icons on the left to learn more about verbal precursors. Excessive emotional attention. There is a high correlation between emotional distress and physical conflict. If you are dealing with a person that is talking too loudly to you or is arguing belligerently with you, you could be in trouble. If this person starts to identify you as the problem, that person may feel that violence against you is justified. Veiled threats. Click on each icon to learn more. These are the 7 areas of nonverbal precursors. Click each picture on the board to learn more. Closes distance, displays animated behavior, abruptly stops all movements, Presence of alcohol, of all. Conspicuously ignores you. Masking movements, this could be a simple. Mental illness, mental illness. Click on each icon to learn more. Click the icons shown on the screen to learn more about physical and situational precursors. 1,000-yard stare, a person whose eyes are target glance. Most people will instinctively look to where they. The shoulder shift, before a person is able to move. Boxer stance, a person that blades his or her body. The handset, most people do not have the ability to initiate. One-on-one encounters, if you are dealing with a person. Click on each icon to learn more.